Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we'll see Module 2 Understanding the Arduino, Lecture 6 Know about analog pins on board. We have seen the structure of Arduino board or Arduino Uno board specifically in for this course. So in that we have understood the different pins available onto the board accordingly. We have found different naming conventions used for different pins onto the board, but this is about the physical visibility of the pins and its representation onto the board, that is through the silk screen printed onto the board, which is naming basically. I referred for the use of the prototype designer to understand which pin is located on which particular site, so one can easily get access to that pin, but not physically connecting, but exactly what should be done in the programming so that the analog pins and digital pins can be get interacted with the hardware devices, as well as through the software we can achieve the control of it. So for that we need to understand the different functions of the pins. In the previous lecture we have seen the functions and accessibility of a digital pin of Arduino, which are there in the right hand side of this uh, board, but in the analog pins of the board are available onto the left hand side. You can see the group of 6 pins available over here as displayed over here, which is analog pin 0, that is A0, analog pin 1, that is A1, analog pin 2, that is A2, analog pin 3, that is A3, as well as A4 and A5, that is also analog pin 4 and analog pin 5. So total 6 pins, means you can term it as like total 6 channels are available with your single board. So you can have a capability of connecting simultaneously 6 different analog sensors along with this particular board. So earlier in the previous some of the development platforms, while like simple microcontroller family interfacing devices, what you need to do is you have to form the different circuitry for connecting the uh, additional sensors, analog sensors, with the digitized controllers, so which makes the circuit very complex. So the when the analog pins comes into the integrated circuits on board available on a single chip, this makes it simpler. Though in the AVR family devices, the ADC is on chip ADC is available to get access to different 6 channel pins are made available, which makes it very easy and it makes it very simple for a person to get interact with the analog sensors. So converting that analog data into the digital one, you have to connect the hardware, analog hardware, that is providing the inputs to the controller. We have to connect it onto this particular pins available onto the board. So total 6 pins, each of this ADC which is available on this board, which is a 10-bit resolution, so 2 raised to the power of 10, so the resolution is 1023 starting from 0 up. This much will be the resolution of this ADC, so we can have this much amount of bulk of data can be generated by using this ADC. So we can connect 6 different analog sensors to the single board using these pins, and for making use of this, just like in previous one we have made use of digital one, so in that case we have asked for digital read or digital write. So in the analog pins you have to make use of term analog read or analog write. So in this case analog read is the term you make use of for accessing the analog pins of your microcontroller or this Arduino board basically. So in this programming convention, naming convention, they have kept a command called analog read. A0 is used to read the data from analog pins. So if you are a newbie into this one, so how can one can interact with a different one, because the analog pins simultaneously also can be used as a general purpose input output pins also. So in that case the analog pin 0 is termed as A0. Similarly the pin number 13 was there in digital. So in, let's say we wanted to make use of analog pin for the same application in digitized, so in that case you have to write it there. In program you don't have to write as analog pin 0, complete convention, you just term it as A0 instead of writing the pin number. And similarly for using another pins like analog pin 1, you have to write it there analog, you have to write it there A1. Analog pin 2, you have to write there as A2, and up to A5 for a different different another pins of this analog section. You have setup using the command, then you can make use of the setup, like you can declare the pin use as input or output by using the same pin mode command in the IDE itself. Write in the setup loop as pin mode A0 comma output, end it with the semicolon, digital write A0 comma high. So this is also can make use of this pin to be get make use as in, we will try to see to it, right? So in this one, you can say the program is void, you have to make it always void first setup, void setup, open braces, then there will be a curly braces. In there you have to write it down the program convention. So we are using the analog pin here, so we wanted to write it down A0 comma, I wanted to make use of that this pin as an let's say output mode, let's say. Okay, so or you can say this pin is particularly to be pulled it as like yes, we wanted to make it as an output, and I want this particular pin should work it as like behave like. So in that case void loop is used. So in while loop is the main program where your programming logic will get continuously get executed. So I wanted to write here as digital right there, digital right there A0 pin as high. So if I do the this convention over here in this, so ultimately my program will be done, and the A0 pin will have the access to the content coming onto this particular pin, and or you can say the logic of pulling that logic of A0 pin to high will occur. And if I wanted to make it keep it for certain time, I can make use of certain delay program over here. I can write it down there result of this one. So this is how I have to make it. So before that I have to save this one. I can save it as my new program. You can give the name to that program as per your suitable name. All right. So it will take certain time to compile this one. So the progress bar you can see over here. It is written over here. The program, maybe there will be some error will might become because there is, yeah, definitely. So you can have this one, so you can connect it as digital. So you have to be very cautious about, as I said in a previous lecture, what you write in the program. So the programming compiler will understand and make proper debugging of this one before executing the output file for a requirement. So this is how the sketch get compiled. Now the compiling sketch, it's almost about to get completed. Over here you can see the progress bar. So this is the program I have written over here. So once it is done, the output will be shown onto this output window. Yeah, you can see the done compiling of this program, and the number of maximum bytes utilized, it can be seen. So this is a way, the same analog pins also we have made use for as a input, and output also we can make for sending out these pins in a similar way. So this is about the analog pins of the Arduino. Similarly, if you want to have the access, you new to this and you don't know about this one, so you can go to the basics of this analog read signal, you can call. So in that we wanted to read the voltage. So let's say analog reading the data from this particular uh, program. So you can say they have write the values over here in this program. So integer sensor value from the analog read pin A0, right? And whatever sensor value is obtained, it get printed onto the serial monitor of this particular program. So the ready programs are also available onto this, so you can also make use of these programs. In further tutorials we will see the in detail about the programming of analog and digital input and output sensors. So for this lecture we will focus on to these commands basically, and analog pins utilization. So this is the basic things we have to know about the analog pins for now. Thank you.